Good evening, everyone. It's lovely to see you all. It's a lovely and another exceptional weather episode with yours truly. My name is Emma Keegan. For those of you waiting for the Nate at 8, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. Nathan is on vacation this week, so you'll see me for a lot of these evening episodes. And I decided to kick off this episode today with a little look at some of our temperatures outside and looking at the beautiful city of Steubenville, beautiful under those night lights. It's been a nice marvelous Monday, and it's been a really clear day today. Maybe not as much clouds as you might have seen today. A couple areas of some patchy fog due to some steam. It's mainly over, but we'll be going over that tonight in tonight's episode. But just looking out, beautiful night lights, so beautiful over Steubenville. Temperatures right now still coming down into those lower 60s, some already reaching down into the middle 50s. Cambridge clocking in at 55, New Cumberland clocking in at 56. A bit of a chillier evening tonight, similar to what we saw last night as those clear skies continue to dominate. Dew points are looking nice and dry as well. We typically see this map covered in a lot of green, and that's since gone away now that that cold front that made its way through on Saturday has passed through, leaving us nice and dry for the time being. So you see all those nice tan and brown colors indicating we're into a bit of some drier weather for the night. And looking out at your radar, the radar is looking dry as well, exactly what you want to see going into a Monday. It's continued to look dry over the last couple of days, except for Saturday. So it's nice to see just a nice clear radar for you. And as you step out for your morning commute tomorrow, you might see some more of those patches of steam fog that we saw earlier today along the river area, but overall really sunny skies. Temperatures will be sticking around those middle high 40s for you. So if you are outside and you're a little more sensitive to that cold, maybe definitely bring your jacket with you if you are headed out there. But what now, in terms of steam fog, when we think of that, well, what exactly does it mean? Well, with these colder temperatures sticking around and the water being a lot warmer, the cold air passes over that warm water, and that water tends to evaporate into that cold air, and it'll condense into these micro droplets. And those micro droplets make up a lot of the low-lying cloud that we see in those fogs, which is why we call it steam fog. So if you are sitting around those river areas and you see that in the morning, just isolated there, that is steam fog that you are seeing. That's typically what we've been seeing as we go into today. But looking out now, the next graphics that we have is some fall themed graphics. Now, I know some of you have been looking out for some pumpkin spice weather. We got a little bit of a preview of that today and yesterday, really, with those temperatures sticking around those high 60s, low 70s. But the real question, when are we going to see some fall leaves happening, especially with those color changes? I know I love seeing the leaves change. We typically don't get that much in Florida, but back when I lived in New Jersey, I loved seeing the leaves change colors from those nice greens all the way into those ambers and eventually those nice reds. But when can we see that around here? Well, typical historical data tells us it's going to be typically around that mid to late October mark is when we're going to see those really beautiful bright colors of autumn coming out with our leaves. So just hold on a little bit longer if you are waiting for that. But what does bring us the best foliage in general? And are we set for good foliage as we step into this month? Well, we need a wet growing season, which will typically be between those spring to fall months, right before that, and followed by a very dry fall, which eventually leads to those leaves shriveling up and falling down, leaving us with these nice little leaf piles. And if you had sunny and cooler days filled with frostless nights, it's going to be great for that foliage as well. And if we look back at historical data, we did have a fairly wet April, May, and June, but July and August were a little drier than expected, mainly the earlier portions of July. But August was absolutely arid and dry. We definitely didn't see a lot of rain there. So could be a toss-up as to whether or not we do see some good foliage or not this year. But with those wetter April, May, and June months, we hopefully will be getting to see some nice, beautiful fall foliage for us. And as we look out at the rest of this week, we're going to see a slow but sure gradual increase in those temperatures right back up into those comfortable lower 80s. So if you are looking out for a couple more summer days, you are in luck. We should be having some of those as we get into the later portions of the week and into the weekend. Should be looking nice and beautiful, nice and warm. As we step into next week, might see a little bit of a temperature drop, and that's mainly because that's when we're going to see our first signs of rain. We've been seeing a nice little dry stretch this week We're expecting it to end maybe around that Sunday night going into Monday mark. But even then, those chances for showers are very marginal looking into those widely scattered regions. So if you do see a couple showers, consider yourself lucky, as most of the region has been under a bit of a drought. We've been upgraded from a normally dry drought all the way back to a moderate drought warning. Now, this is covering most of, if not the entirety, of our region. So if you are looking out for some more rain, just give it a little while longer. Maybe see a couple more sprinkles in your future. Looking at your 9+1 forecast, beautiful week ahead. If you're a kid headed out to school and you want to go to the playground for recess, it should be a great day to do it. Maybe bring your jacket if you're a little cooler over the next fewer days. But as you step into the later portions of your week, shouldn't need that jacket any longer, as temperatures will be in those nice and warm, comfortable upper 70s, lower 80s for you. Humidity is supposed to look nice and down as well. We're expecting nice, clear nights all from Monday through Friday. As we step into the weekend, might see a little bit of cloud cover make its way through, but overall, no precip really expected until about maybe Monday. That Sunday and overnight into Monday mark is when we should see a few showers here, there, and everywhere, but really just looking mainly dry, and especially after that, still looking fairly dry as partly cloudy skies continue. But that's really all I have for you guys tonight. It's a bit of a slower night, a bit of a slower weather roll for you. Not much to write home about at the moment. Now I'm gonna look at let's look at comments. I mean, your purple and pink dress yesterday was, oh, thank you so much, Shelly. I appreciate it. I love the comments about my wardrobe. I love hearing everybody tell me which colors look best on me and which they don't. So let me know if you like a certain color that I wear. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing from the public. It's so nice to see you all. If you catch us later tonight, I'll be on at 10 and 11. I'll be back here tomorrow as well for some nice, fun, more weather reports for you. That's all I got for this evening. I hope you all have a marvelous Monday and a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.